Looks like we're back in business for the time being. Yeah, let's go ahead and actually do a reaction while we're working. Haven't really done one of those in a while. Yeah, right. Haven't really reacted to a Rob's Media video in a while, so let's go ahead and react to idiot influencers, Kaceytron, since, well, we did Denim, so we may as well do her too. So. Honest, like, pretty happy. You know, I've been through a lot. I think I'm a strong person, but somebody can only from my. Well, that didn't take long. But yeah, the most I know about Kaceytron is that she gets high and yeah, actually, yeah, that's it. The only thing I yeah, the only thing I know about her is that she gets high and she's also in legal trouble because she decided it was a good idea to quote unquote react to a content nuke without, well, reacting to it. In fact, it's Ethan's lawsuit that I even know about this person, so that's failed successfully, I suppose. Ah, desktop audio wasn't on. God damn it. Well, nothing important was said anyway, so.
Kaceytron's name pop up again due to a drama of Ethan Klein, especially.
I have been through a lot, like I have been through a lot, and I do think I'm a strong person, but somebody can only take so much, you know what I mean?
I'm sure you've heard Kaceytron's name pop up again due to a drama of Ethan Klein, especially after he announced a lawsuit against her for copyright infringement, and I will be covering that towards the end of this video. But I want to use this as an opportunity to explore the multitude of other controversies Casey has gotten herself into, from her petty drama of Dream, to the bizarre accusations against Asmongold, and her recent crash outs. Today we'll be covering one of the dumbest members of Hassan Piker's current orbit. Kaceytron began streaming on Twitch in 2013, when she would have been 22 years old. She'd play games such as League of Legends and World of Warcraft, though many tuned in.
Death. Sorry, I had to make that joke. Anyway, could be.
To the persona she quickly crafted. At first glance, Casey seemed to be your typical booby streamer, wearing low-cut tops in order to attract horny men to her content. But in reality, Casey was a brilliant troll pretending to be a ditzy gamer girl. She'd act overconfident about gaming culture in order to rile people up, which would...
So she was basically a female iDubbbz back in the day.
bring more attention her way.
Another cosplay that I really enjoy doing is Zelda. All you really need is a leotard. I have a green leotard that I use, and then I actually have a shield that I made myself out of paper mache that looks pretty much just like the one he uses. People think that it's something that just happens overnight. You don't become a professional gamer overnight. You don't become this overnight. It takes years of experience and dedication.
And I'm gonna be honest, I laughed a couple of times while watching some of her older clips. She was really good at maintaining bits and coming up with clever jokes. It's surprising because of how unfunny she is in current day.
This is actually a finger condom.
Yeah, God, she really is a female iDubbbz then. She was actually talented and then just threw it all away for, I don't know, clout? Drugs? Drug clout? I mean, as someone who is a veteran of the something awful drama back in the day, drug clout is not very good clout. So, yeah, I'll admit, I don't think she's anywhere near as bad as Low Tax, but still.
This is a little carrot. So there's all different types of ways that you can protect. You know, if you want to do 2, and you can even do 3, 4. Some people like to get a little deeper, so they even have gloves that go down your forearm, so you can get in a little deeper.
She'd grow rapidly during the mid-2010s.
God, actually funny sex jokes?
500,000 followers on Twitch. She'd soon be in connections with many other streamers like
That makes her
Soda Puppet,
downfall even more pathetic.
Katarino, Invader V, Forsen, Cutie Cinderella, and Destiny. She'd feature these creators on her series E-Celebrity Deathmatch. Though sometime last year, Casey purged every single episode off her channel, making them lost media. Casey
Ah. Dang, that's a bit sad. I'd totally love to see that backlog, if just to see how far she fell now.
Casey's most important connection around this time was the streamer Austin Cho, who used to go by Raj Patel. His whole bit was that he pretended to be an Indian guy, putting on the accents and everything.
The first thing I said, oh my god.
Ah, so basically 2000s racism. Got it.
This woman has gigantic personality. That's exactly what I thought, Casey. Absolutely gigantic
Are you
personality.
objectifying me now?
No, absolutely not. That is not what I am saying, Casey. I just want to let you know I am not objectifying you. I just want to let you know that you have a hell of a personality, and that is the first thing that I noticed from you.
Okay, what would you rate me?
I would probably rate you a 7 out of 11. Now, that's just objectively speaking. I would say probably...
Around 2019, Austin would host various different panels on Twitch, including a debate show called The Raj Royale, Reverse King of the Hill, and a dating show called The Ratchler. Casey's appearances on these shows became beloved in the Twitch community, with many finding her to be entertaining, despite not fully engaging with the rules of the show.
I'm Kaceytron.
Who?
Some people, you know who I am. Some people will say I'm the original Twitch thought, you know, so.
That's not true, Casey.
I wouldn't say original.
I mean, like, I'm not offended by it. Like, some people will say I paved the way for Twitch thoughts. You're welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Casey.
Thank you.
Have you been doing your research today?
No, I honestly haven't got any research in today. I'm
Casey.
a little nervous.
Yeah.
Some thought she was being genuine and not playing a character, which would make these interactions even more interesting.
Yeah, Casey.
What?
So you're coming to compete on the Queen of the Hill here. What brings you here?
Casey, hold on. Is her mental health okay? She's coming on here a little bit whacked
Oh,
up, dude.
I'm doing fine. I'm
All
doing
right.
fucking great. I'm starting my anal porn career. Apparently
yes,
that's
Casey.
what guys like. Is
And
anal
stepsister.
Porn. This is my trailer.
Casey,
Oh,
what happened
good
to you?
idea.
Casey, what happened in your life? Yesterday you were in a house and you got to the finals of the Rostler. What happened in the last 24 hours that's caused you to start an anal career from your trailer?
Well, I'm starting an anal porn career, and I've kind of started at the bottom. I'm working my way up. You know, I don't know if I'll ever be as big as Mia Malkova, but it's fine. You know, it's like I enjoy the grind. You know what I mean?
Though her abrasive nature would sort of bite her in the ass, as an edgy joke she made caused controversy. It's March 11th, 2020, and the COVID-19 pandemic is sweeping the nation. The topic gets brought up during a Bachelor episode, with Casey being asked if she'd escape quarantine in order to kiss Quackity.
Casey, if he had the coronavirus, would you kiss him?
Yes, and we would leave quarantine and we would try to spread it as much as possible, because the world would be a better place without old and poor people.
Oh my God, Casey, what the fuck?
Oh, right.
Okay, to be fair, you can't really blame everyone for being paranoid, considering the coronavirus also had a ton of fucking TikTokers trying to lick ice cream and such, and try and spread the virus as much as possible. But yeah, I can tell this was an obvious joke. A tasteless one, but an obvious joke nonetheless. Oh, seems like I got a notification. Give me a sec. Yeah, nothing important. Okay. Back to... Oh. I suppose.
Interesting. That was
I said what I said.
okay. Well, I think you'd have to live with that, I suppose. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, Ellie Moon. Ellie Moon, go ahead.
Well, and I'd already have it because we'd be fucking every day.
Casey then takes a massive bong rip and starts viciously coughing. The clip did not immediately go viral, but did get spread on livestream fails, leading to Twitch taking notice. They banned her account on the 17th, leading to Casey making a statement. I've been indefinitely suspended because of an insensitive comment I made last week. I don't condone hatred towards any person, and it was a poor reflection of my character. I'm just trying to take this all in right now. I ask that my audience please remain calm and rational. For anyone wondering, it was a comment I made on the Raz show that was uploaded to LSF. Obviously, it was a joke, but that doesn't excuse it. It was in poor taste, and my fault. It's understandable why she chose to apologize for this, but I'm going to go out on a limb and defend her here. It was clearly a joke made in character, and there's a difference between that and people that legitimately thought that was a good idea to leave quarantine early. I think she was unfairly suspended, though it's funny how this was her longest ban compared to some of the other things she's been banned for. Despite this controversy, Austin would still invite Casey on his other shows like Lover Host, which essentially acted as a less risque version of The Bachelor. She'd also star in a podcast of Justa Minx and QG Cinderella, and made regular appearances on the Drunken Peasants podcast. Let's just say I was absolutely floored when I saw ex-Planet Dolan member Hellbent on an episode of her.
First part of my plan, you elect me president.
Second part of the plan, send me a lock of your daughter's hair so I can sniff on it.
Boy, that joke really didn't age well.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
That's called foreshadowing. A year after the COVID controversy in March 2021, Kaceytron and her friends appeared in a Lover Host episode as potential bachelorettes for Wilbur Soot, though they were competing to be best friends of Wilbur, not his love. Oh, and Tommy Innit is there too, which made parts of this episode incredibly hard to watch.
Bad love the shit.
Yeah. Christ, that asshole.
How many minutes in? That will be a double whamzo.
Jeez,
You'll have
can't
the
go
shit.
10 minutes without you just being an annoying little shit.
Bit of what?
Don't call me a shit, because I'm not allowed.
This was during the era of Twitch, where this new breed of Minecraft YouTubers were taken over, forcing the other established streamers to befriend them. Casey didn't seem to like this.
Ah, yeah. Back in the day when Minecraft ruled the world. Yeah, and then Skydas Minecraft crashed out and was outed as a domestic abuser. Then a bunch of talents just kind of stopped being popular, and then the game stopped being popular, and yeah, it was that fall was inevitable, but it was a depressing sight.
At all, rightfully seeing them as little gnats that appeal to the lowest common denominator. These fans are incredibly soft and will easily get offended at the slightest jab against their favorite Minecraft-playing British soy boys. During this episode,
Yeah, I will commend her for giving no two shits about the hate she got for dissing the stream SMP, but that's honestly as much kudos I'll give her.
Casey's friend, Cutie Cinderella, will take a jab at Filza, jokingly comparing him to Adolf Hitler.
I would say he's close. He's not a Tory. I would say he's closer to like
Good
he
answer.
committed
Good
genocide in SMP. So he's closer to like Hitler, but not racist.
Okay.
Not racist.
Okay. Wow.
But genocide, yes, from Phil.
Well, then what's the point of comparing them to Hitler? You can't exactly make a fascist comparison if they're not being fascist.
Racism, no.
But he's
I
not
think,
a Tory.
I'll be honest with you. I think
Not a Tory.
Indiscriminate in his killings.
He is indiscriminate.
that's quite the comparison.
Yeah, I think
Good guy.
she's confused,
Not
but she's
Hitler.
got the right energy.
Thank you.
Casey would publicly defend QTC from these ravenous Minecraft fans, making these tweets that she later deleted. Stans be like, OMG, it's so funny when my fave streamers gay bait every other joke, but let me cancel this person for breathing. So wholesome. Since I'm being attacked by stans now, my largely gay audience is fucking sick of their identity being used as the butt of a joke constantly, and they don't think it's funny. Period. Now the stans are reaching, trying to cancel me for African American vernacular English, for using the phrase stan be like, because I brought up a point they don't want to be confronted with. But thanks for further proving my point. She later mentioned this on stream, describing it as cancel culture gone wrong.
Even after I deleted the tweet, it was only up for like 20 minutes. I was still just getting like fucking people like commenting at me like 3 hours later. So then I finally just made another tweet and I was just like, fuck you 12-year-olds and your cancer.
Yeah, it's weird that she became a Hassan stan in hindsight. Her views are probably the most disconnected from Hassan as I could probably tell.
Cancel culture, you're not canceling anyone, sweetie. And that got them even more mad. But it is just like they weaponize cancel culture in a way that's just so vicious, and I don't know, it's like they're not doing it for good. They're not doing it for any like real change or to bring about any good or to actually educate anybody. They just do it to try to make people feel like shit and like accuse them of like being racist and homophobic and what the fuck else ever they've accused me of today.
Foreshadowing is a literary device.
Dream and George Not Found, who would sometimes joke about being gay lovers. The problem is that their insane 14-year-old fanbase would ship their Minecraft characters, making some of the most insanely vile fan art. Yeah, if your kid ever draws something like this, I think it's acceptable to take them out back, Old Yeller style. What Casey had essentially done.
Oh, it's just a phase. no one wasn't kind of an asshole but when they were in their teens, and if they weren't, they were probably sociopaths.
Was kicked down the hornet's nest, motivating these future mental patients to dig up dirt on her. They called her out for her past use of the word retard, said she was homophobic, and claimed that she was a Trump supporter despite her publicly mocking them. Most notably, they spread this clip, alleging she said the gamer word. Yeah, she fucking said it. I'm sorry, but it's so unmistakable. I don't think I can even play it without getting this video demonetized. She's on Blog TV with her fucking hands up. She's not starting.
I mean, that doesn't really stop YouTube from demonetizing videos anyways. To be fair. But sadly, I never saw the clip unedited, so I'll just have to take your word for whether or not he actually said the word.
Shit. Casey chose to cope about this by saying people were mishearing her. I was singing along to Hood Go Crazy by Tech 9. The lyric is actually, Kansas City natives and we're all a little cuckoo. Why would I say it when it's not even the word? I'm also wearing a mask, making it more unclear of what I said, not to mention it's 2020. The problem is that these Minecraft stands will buy her excuses, and Casey couldn't just simply ignore them. No, she had to keep the drama going. She redirected her attention towards Dream himself, bringing up the speedrun cheating scandal in order to inflame his fans.
If there are the Minecraft stands here, I'm gonna say something that you guys probably really don't want to hear, but everyone outside of the Minecraft fandom thinks that Dream did cheat in stacking blocks.
It was ultimately proven that he did in fact cheat. He even confessed as much. They just don't care.
She also brings up Dream's use of the word retard, lamenting at the thought of him having the pass.
Oh yeah, and then they're like trying to cancel me for the R-word thing, which apparently they literally gave Dream a pass on because he's ADHD. And when I brought this up yesterday, I literally had them tweeting at me, "Shut the fuck up, you neurotypical bitch." Like, yeah, he can say the R-word because he's neurodivergent. He has ADHD. I'm like, bitch, do you need to look at my fucking Adderall prescriptions? Please. Like, that is not a valid excuse to say the R-word. Like, that is a fucking joke.
Listen, Dream, I'll give you my retard pass if you call Casey one. I'll even let you say it with the hard D. Casey would talk about it on stream non-stop for the next 2 days.
You sure? That is the hard D after all. Sorry, couldn't resist.
Leading to Dream calling in to chat with her. He immediately condemns all the terrible shit his stans were doing to Casey, though her and her friends remain hostile to him. They blame his entire audience for this, when it's really just a small minority of them. For instance, they bring up the hashtag #ShootersForDream, which was trending the day before, pinning some of the responsibility onto him.
I saw a hashtag promoting gun violence the other day.
Okay, come on.
Wait, what?
Don't even. That's
I will say that if you, I will say that if you actually go through the tag, it does seem like it's a lot of people like denouncing it. But it spawned like this whole group of people that I've seen that are
over 95% of the tweets on that tag were from people who were saying the tag was bad. That's the first thing. The second thing,
I do believe that.
Shooters for person, when you insert shooters for person, that is in regards to saying, oh, you know, I'm defending that person. They did not mean it in that way. And once they realize, hey,
I just think that it still is promoting gun violence at the end of the day. You know, shooters for anyone, I think, has a very harmful undertone to it.
And now they're memeing about it. Now they're memeing about it more, Dream. It's like, now that, have you seen that? How they're like, yeah.
No, that's been a thing
funny
for,
to you, or is it? I don't know, because your community thinks it is.
This would become even more hilarious when she starts joining in the orbit of a streamer who consistently promotes terrorism. And yes, we do still have the clips of Hassan doing that. They ain't going away.
They also discuss queerbaiting, with Sean, this gay guy, comparing what Dream did to actual homophobia.
He was literally tortured throughout middle school and high school. Not a single day did he walk in or out of school without being called the F slur.
That's horrible.
Those same people were the ones who gay baited him constantly and would be flirtatious towards him. So I think that's why that's
horrible.
wrong with him, because here you guys are doing it and, you know, you're straight. So it's still, to him, I think it might really, you know, rub him in the wrong way. Like, Sean, am I kind of like, am I kind of narrating
it can trigger
that
him to use like a very contemporary word, right?
Very much that. And it's not even anything that, you know, maybe you're intentionally doing, but there are these just undertones where it's, you know, if I were to do something like that, or any person of that medium to do something like that on Twitch or any other social media platform, they run the risk of being, you know, harassed or beaten or killed. It's not something that is a joke in 2021. It's a real issue.
Bro's really trying to compare two guys making gay jokes to legitimate hate crimes. Under that logic, Turkey Tom is going to get sent to prison for the rest of his life.
I have this like gay fantasy in my head.
This conversation does end on good terms, though many felt off about it, since Dream got interrupted by Casey's friends multiple times. This technically wasn't the end of the drama, as Casey would still tweet about it, but it did fizzle out.
Eh, boy, a cheating scandal of her own. Probably should have made a foreshadowing joke when we were at the dream section.
Yes, you read that right. We're going over a Kaceytron cheating scandal. But this isn't relationship drama we're covering. It's even more pathetic than that. In May 2021, Casey was brought on as a contestant on Mizkif's game show, School, a production put on by a streaming organization, OTK. During this stream, Kaceytron was incredibly cocky and would mock her opponents for losing to someone as mentally slow as she is.
Josh, I'm sorry. You are eliminated from the show.
It is.
So it's kind of like, are you smarter than a 5th grader, except with streamers? Actually sounds like a fun idea, I'm not gonna lie.
The girls win this week. Kaceytron with 1 F, Amaranth with 2, and Josh. I'm sorry, buddy. Trust me, I was on your side. I wanted boys rule, girls rule. But you're wrong. You got 3rd place though. How's it feel?
Would have preferred winning.
Yeah, definitely. Winning is definitely the better suit. You got 100 gifted subs. But Josh,
lost to a stoner and a hot tub streamer.
Damn.
Get fucked. You look
It
so
is
good.
what it is.
I'll never live
It
this
is-
down.
It is what it is.
I know. I'm ready to pack it up now. I'm like, we win.
Alright.
She would actually win this episode, beating Amaranth by correctly guessing Rio de Janeiro as the city Chrysler Redeemer is located.
Kaceytron going from the stoner of the class to to winning the entire show. Kaceytron taking it, winning.
2 drugs.
Hey, mods, please get that out of here.
She then gives this long, drawn-out speech about how she actually proved something to herself by coming on the show.
Like, I feel like I really proved something today, and I feel like this day will be remembered in Twitch history. The day where Kaceytron proved that she wasn't just a dumb stoner.
You are not just a dumb stoner. You are a dumb stoner who got past almost into the 10th grade. Congratulations, Casey. You won 200 gifted subs, and you are going to the finals for $10,000.
What? There's a finals? With who?
In 6 weeks with everybody who won.
However, there were many things off at this episode, as fans noticed multiple contestants who cheated. This includes Amaranth, who was clearly looking at a second monitor, and Casey, who most definitely used a calculator under her desk.
What is 23 times 153? Time is up, Kaceytron. Put your hands up. What are you doing, Casey? Oh, that's one hand. I see it. There's the 2. Kaceytron, what did you put? 256.
Were you in the middle of it? Or you're not done yet?
She's speechless. She doesn't know what to say.
You're on mute, Casey. We can't.
Okay,
hear you.
she just doesn't want to talk to us right now. She's
Oh shit! Sorry, no, I was in the middle of it. Like I started to figure it out, but then I.
Yeah.
I don't know where you were going with that because 256 is not even anything in that problem at all.
Wait, you're telling me this bimbo doesn't have the brain capacity to do basic math? God, I'm shocked, I tell you. Mind blown.
First question.
To be fair, he was high. Also, regular show reference. Nice.
Which of the following is not a square?
God, this is too hard.
Ms. Kiff would call this out to its next stream, being purposely vague in order to not name specific people.
I think the reason why people cheat in my show is because they have something to prove. Is because they want to prove to other people that maybe they're not stupid or dumb or they are, you know, they actually could be smart. But in reality, I see it all. And it ruins the show. We put hundreds of hours into the show. And the fact that people have no integrity for it, it's pathetic.
Destiny would be the one to direct the caller out, leading Casey to be in complete denial of her cheating.
He is going to accuse me of cheating because he has something to gain from it. You know, that person specifically, and he knows that for whatever reason, people will just believe what he says. But it's like I said, that one question, the 36, you know, what percent of 36, what percent is 36 of 80 is somewhat easy because it's less.
It's like 30.
Well, it's less than half, right? Because you know that 36.
No, it's like 40.
36 times 36 is 72, so that's less than half. So you know that it's not. You know that it's not 40 because it would be an even number. You know that it's not 41
like
because it would be
37,
like, I don't know.
34.
Like it just made sense for the range to be between like 41 and like 48 or 49, right? So I just guessed.
Kaceytron, aware that she could get exposed for this, began coping on Discord, writing out an entire Dark Viper-style rant through multiple messages.
Why can you not stop lying? Please stop lying! What is wrong with you?
The pressure...
Is there a day when Dark Viper isn't crashing out? Just a legitimate question. Seems like every time anyone talks about Dark Viper, it's him constantly crashing out. Like, seriously.
Soon got to her though, and she later confessed to Ms. Kiff privately. Wanted to come forward and admit to cheating on Ms. Kiff's show. I have apologized to him and refunded. I feel badly for my actions. It just seemed like other people were cheating, so it felt like, why not? Cheating isn't fun and ruins things. It also sets a bad precedent for more to do the same thing. Let's keep things fun and lighthearted, and not be the egotistical narcissists that everyone expects. Sorry for disappointing you guys. At least I didn't hire a team of scientists. This was clearly a jab at Dream, something he took with great humor. And that day, Kaceytron hated Dream Stan so much that she became one, even going as far as trying to imitate his past controversies. She became what she despised. Dream, I'm too high for this. I can't right now. Is this real? She would briefly respond on stream following her admission, joking about how pathetic she is.
Just his name asked for some reason.
Before we get started on the stream, the sandwich making, I'm trying to be a good woman now and just stick to, you know, sandwich making and not gaming or trivia or trying to be smart, you know, just...
Oh god, she discovered empathy. She really is becoming iDubbbz.
I'll probably be doing cooking streams for a while.
That's right, Casey. Get back in the kitchen. Just don't put any weed in the brownies. Casey does address her initial denial.
Oh, why the fuck can't she put weed in the brownies? She's getting high anyways, she may as well share it.
Of the situation, knowing that it made her come across as slimy.
Just to reiterate, I actually do feel awful on so many levels. And yes, there was a point where I doubled down before I admitted to cheating. And looking back, I feel embarrassed and stupid about that too. I think it's, I don't know, somewhat normal stages of denial. Like, I was in denial and I was just trying to justify it, you know, to myself. And that's all I was trying to do. Like, I was just trying to justify it to myself. You get what I mean? And then I realized, like, that's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to justify it to myself while, like, lying to everybody else.
This isn't a nuanced situation where you can be saying that. Having a calculator to help you means you cheated on the show, though I'm sure she'd cheat on that too if asked a question about it. The overall problem is that she would have never apologized if people like Destiny and Asmongold didn't call her out. Asmon, one of the co-founders of OTK, said she should be blacklisted from future company events, cutting a major connection she had with the general Twitch community.
How do we stop the cheating? Simple. We never invite people who cheated on the show back ever again. And we never do content with them again. That's what I'm gonna vote. At all, period.
So, cheating is apparently bad, but having your mods be Nazis is a-okay. Got it.
Absolutely, completely blacklisted.
This seems to be where her hatred of Asmongold started off from, though he claims she disliked him way before this, as he dated an old rival of hers named Pink Sparkles.
The actual last reason, the reason why Kaceytron actually doesn't like me is because I dated one of her arch nemesises in the old Twitch days, which was Pink Sparkles.
Which, as many I hate to break it to you, is kind of a valid reason to hate you. Yeah, I'm just gonna level with you on that.
I dated Izzy, and then basically what happened is that Kaceytron was really popular, and then Izzy started streaming, Pink Sparkles, and, you know, a lot of people sure seemed to watch her stream more, and Kaceytron got really mad about that, spread lies about Izzy, about Pink Sparkles, many times, tried to take shots at her and say all these negative things, and obviously I defended her. She was my girlfriend at the time, and Kaceytron got upset about that. So really, all this is a bruised ego from 10 years ago.
Dog, if Asmongold can pull this woman, there's no excuse for you to not get a girlfriend. Casey's hatred of Destiny actually stemmed from—
Well, pulled anyways. Obviously, he said that they broke up. Probably when Sparkles realized that he'd probably have to live in his house at some point.
Months prior, as they'd clashed during the Bob 7 drama. I'm not going to go over that situation here, as it's incredibly convoluted. Long story short, in early 2021, Destiny accused Bob 7 of being toxic towards women and sharing revenge porn. Though, of course, these claims turned out to be true for Destiny himself. Many accused Destiny of manipulating the situation, including Kaceytron, who would defend Bob. The drama would come back up in 2022, when Casey called out Mizka for the Adriana Lee situation. Some accused her of being a hypocrite, though these mostly seem to be Destiny fans. I think her hatred of Destiny is valid. The issue is that she chose to go after him in very ineffective ways. Casey would rant about him on Reddit to no end, making her come across as a schizo to the general public.
This is like, something is like, she's like mentally ill, like unbelievable. Like, yeah, I'm serious. Like, and we can keep going. Like,
well, given that Destiny has been known to manipulate mentally ill women on a regular basis, I don't really think that'll damage her reputation in nowadays.
It also didn't help that she allegedly DMCA'd clips of herself off LSF in relation to Bob 7. We can't say for certain, but it is weird that all these clips are scrubbed off the internet. By this point in her career, Kaceytron had decided to drop her old booby streamer character and act more like herself. However, this strategy didn't work, and many found her actual self to be more obnoxious and petty than her old persona. She has a pattern of getting into drama
yeah, female icons.
Of random streamers, demonizing them to her audience, and then playing victim once she gets called out on her shit. It's truly pathetic, and there's multiple examples of her doing this. First is her long-standing drama of XQC, which started in April 2023. XQC had reacted to the then recent Steven Crowder video, which shows Crowder verbally abusing his pregnant wife. As you'd expect, XQC gives a terrible take, comparing this to the legal battle he had to deal with involving his ex-partner, Adept. She falsely claimed the two were in a common-law marriage, and alleged that XQC physically abused her. This was later disproven in court, and if you want a more detailed look into the situation, go watch this video by Jabroni, link down below. Hassan called out XQC for comparing the two situations, as Crowder's was objectively worse, even before more information came out against him.
One fucking time in his life, he shouldn't just like immediately think, oh, my situation is similar to this. It's not. Shut the fuck up. Literally shut the fuck up, Andy, okay? I'm not your lawyer, but like, you have been shutting the fuck up so far, which is the right thing to do. That's why it's an entirely different situation. It's an entirely different fucking context. Just keep shutting the fuck up about your thing, and don't lead anyone to think that your thing is similar to his thing. Okay?
Yeah. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I agree with Hassan here. That is definitely not something you should really compare yourself with. Oh, am I kidding? It's fucking XQC. The dude can barely process. Dude's practically got the mental capacity of a used condom. Okay, I do too, but that... At least I'm aware of it.
Because it's not! The fuck is wrong with you?
And Hassan is correct here. However, Casey disagreed, as she then went on Hassan's Discord to rant about how charitable he was to XQC. She does not think XQC is a straight-up abuser, but does interpret his takes as a massive red flag. She also later called him a manipulator, implying that he's abusive. She also ties him back to Destiny in order to poison the well. She would do the same to Chud Logic after he read messages on stream, referring to him as a Destiny orbiter. This drama boils down to one ignorant person saying something stupid to another ignorant person who said something stupid. Though at least if XQC, there's an excuse for why he's so dumb. He's French-Canadian.
Sparky's favorite snack is red.
It grows from trees.
Apple. Apple.
What's Sparky's favorite snack?
Apple.
Apples, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Casey would continue
at least he had some mental capacity.
Even liking a tweet from this communist bed blob that wished for Chud Logic's gruesome demise.
Liked by Kaceytron. So Kaceytron clearly agrees. Bear in mind at this point, up until now, I've not said, to my knowledge, anything particularly egregious about Kaceytron. I've not had to go at her weight or the way she looks or anything, I don't think. The worst I've said is that she's like crazy or insane maybe for saying this stuff. That's like the worst I've said, to my knowledge.
All this really did for Casey was create enemies out of XQC and Chud Logic, who from this point on would mock her for looking like a Meat Canyon cartoon.
Why wouldn't I show you this picture? What do you mean? This is her in a Barbie pic. She looks fantastic. What do you mean? Barbie girl in a Barbie world?
Oh god, she does look like a Meat Canyon cartoon.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
Casey would further attach herself to Hassan Piker's community following this, as she needed a group of people to fall back on when she got hate. She began using the Israel-Palestine movement to farm easy likes on Twitter, going after Asmongold,
Ah, yes, the classic current events politics mixed to gain more clout tactic. Yeah, that's the reason why a lot of grifters exist, people.
When he called out protesters who were unlawfully blocking roads, Kaceytron would respond by mocking his uncleanliness, as Asmund lives like a hoarding cave troll. His bedroom is like walking into a house at Halloween Horror Nights. Asmund is pretty used to these jokes by now, so he called her out on her own lifestyle. You're fat, and you spend your life smoking weed and doing drugs. If anyone's a stinker, it's you. What really ramped up the drama is when people found this tweet. Thankfully, XQC's lifestyle hasn't led indirectly to the death of one of his parents, yet, so he has that going for him over Asmund at least. Kaceytron had liked that tweet, something she owned up to on stream.
I'll admit, I did like that tweet, and I have a lack of respect for Asmund Gold after letting his mom with COPD live in those sort of conditions. I'm sorry. Like, you're a millionaire, you have all of the resources in the world, why is your sick mother living like that? Like, I'll say it, I don't care. If that makes me a bad person, I'm still miles above Asmund Gold.
The double down is why I find her liking that tweet to be horrendous. She genuinely believes Asmund has something to do with his mother's death, without knowing the ins and outs of that situation. There's no proof of Asmund neglecting his mom. Casey just thinks this because she suffered from COPD, and assumes Asmund didn't take good enough care of her.
He had money to do something about it, and he chose not to. And I just don't have any respect for him.
Holy
for that.
crap, I can't believe I'm saying this, but
Right, it's until
that is way too cruel to of an allegation to levy against Asmund Gold.
the facts contradict his life choices, then it's what about compassion? What about empathy?
She tripled down in November 2024, tweeting, I think a great sin is being a millionaire and letting your sick mother live in absolute filth without...
Wait, actually, hold on.
Right, it's until the facts contradict his life choices, then it's what about compassion? What about empathy?
She tripled down in...
Oh god, she really is a female iDubbbz.
November 2024, tweeting, I think a great sin is being a millionaire and letting your sick mother live in absolute filth without even lifting a finger, or using any of your endless resources to do anything about it. So awful. A ton of other creators lambasted her for this, including XQC, who called out her hypocrisy in shaming Asmund's lifestyle. She responded back by claiming he abuses Adderall. And to be fair, he does take Adderall for his ADHD, but I haven't seen any proof of him abusing it. Honestly, I think Casey needs to get back on Adderall, so she can stop spazzing out on Twitter. Casey would actually get banned from Twitch on May 2nd, which meant...
Actually, if anything, I think XQC he's underdosed, but I'm not his doctor.
He assumed was in relation to the comments about Asmund Gold's mother. It was actually for a different reason, though I'll get into that shortly. She would use the situation to play victim, while also advocating for her critics to get banned from Twitch.
I've had the policy of not ever like responding back to people or saying things that are like mean back to people. We are getting rid of that policy. I'm bored of sitting here and being a punching bag, especially by clowns like this.
This is like very much so Asmund Gold telling his community to harass me, and this was live on Twitch whenever he said it, which is against the TOS.
Bitch,
But it
the
was
fuck?
basically him vague signaling his viewers to harass me, and I think is probably why the brigading and whatnot has been so bad.
Casey, he's saying it's justified to attack you after you attacked him first. He's not summoning his horde of cockroaches to go after you. He's explaining why it's okay to criticize your actions. Cause the reality of the situation is, she can't take accountability for her actions. She'll instead deflect and place the blame on her so-called incel haters. Make fun of her drug problems? You're an incel. Call her out on being a crybaby? You're an incel. Mock her appearance? You're an incel.
And also, it's like, even in this picture, it's like, they just look like incels.
Does he even know what an incel is? Like, I know what an incel is. That's why I use it very sparingly. Unless I absolutely know that they are, in fact, incels. This bitch just uses it as a catch-all term.
Because really, I feel like I'm a pretty average-sized woman. You know, I will say I have gained a little bit of weight because I got off of Adderall. Like, that's really fucked me over. It's so misogynistic is really all it is. It's just always the default for misogynistic dumb men.
And yes, she is indeed watching Turkish Thomas. And I'm sorry to say, but she completely owns him.
Look, Kaceytron, I love you so much, okay? I'm your biggest fan. I've been watching you since day one, however...
Okay, well, how tall is this guy? How tall is this guy? No.
If she made this type of effort with her insults and such, we wouldn't be mocking her right now. Guess that's why I'm even more infuriated by this bitch. She used to be savage and a brilliant and freaking streamer, and then she devolved into a stupid stoner. Hey, fucking hell. Oh, hey, Jaxie. How are you doing tonight? That's good. My VODs are always on YouTube, so if you want to catch up at any time, you can do that. Right now, I'm mainly just drawing while reacting to Kaceytron. I haven't heard of them, but sounds fun. Hope you had a good time. Then yeah, definitely sounds fun. Alright, so let's see.
Way this guy is over 5'8". I would say he's probably my height. Yeah, I would say he's 5'3", 5'4".
Almost every tweet she's made these past couple of years is calling someone an incel. This might have been funny at first, but got old fast since the joke has grown stale. She feels the need to reply to random shitters who make weed jokes, as if this will actually change anything. And I'm sure there are some terminally online involuntary celibates who shit on her. But most are just people mocking her for being a middle-aged woman who spends all day getting high, while half paying attention to whatever she's watching. Even if you have a girlfriend, you're still being called an incel. She's gone mad. She sees the supreme gentleman everywhere.
It's such an injustice. I don't understand you girls.
And the biggest kicker is,
jump scare.
she's best friends with one of the biggest incels on the internet, Mike from PA.
Hey babe, watch this.
Also jump scare.
I know that's fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think I'm getting your attention. I feel like I'm touching like a vampire touching holy water.
can I help you?
Well, I think they want to go in.
Okay.
If you don't know who Mike is, he's this failed politician turned streamer, who yaps all day about committing violence on his political opponents, while looking like Hagrid if he was 5'4". If anyone here is an incel, it's definitely the lord ass who thinks all Jews are demonic.
Jew is not a fucking ethnic.
Fucking yikes.
Jewish is not an ethnicity. This constructed ethnicity. This demonic ethnicity. Wholly invented.
But no, he's totally not a creepy weirdo to Kaceytron. He's just a wholesome chunkus socialist who loves the gays.
Somebody asked if I was straight, and the answer is I'm so woke that it seems like I'm gay.
Okay, yeah, that's a good. I think that's good.
Your tone seems very pointed right now.
Previously, I stated that Denim's put out some of the worst React content on Twitch, and I was dead wrong. We found someone even lazier than her. To this day, Casey will freeboot other people's content, typically playing them during her waiting screen. No commentary from her is added. She just plays other people's videos. What's concerning is that she'll not only play clips from movies and TV shows, but will watch them in full with barely any commentary.
Wait, hang on a minute. What's going on here? So you got Kaceytron asleep in the bottom right, okay? Doing a subathon, a tipathon, okay? Broadcasting Ramsey's Kitchen Nightmares to 334 people.
Yeah, subathon sounds fun.
Without any substantive transformation. It's live right now, yeah. This is live right now. In fact, I probably need to pause it because it might actually trigger content ID, possibly.
She knows this is legally dubious and won't do anything about it until Twitch forces her hand.
I'm going to play reality TV on my stream until Twitch tells me I can't anymore. Like, I'm sorry, I am getting to it. I'm getting to the getting while the getting's good, or whatever they say, you know? And do you know what? Like, I was thinking about it, and I was like, what will I do if...
Okay, valid, but you gotta remember that it's your fault if you get caught.
I play whenever I'm sleeping, and I'm like, okay, that's whenever I'll just go back at the catalog of hours and hours of my own content and start restreaming
Self-plagiarism, let's go.
Right? Like, I literally have archives and archives.
Yeah, you've got 10 years worth of footage.
I do.
You could just start it at the beginning and just play
Twitch
10
tipped
seasons.
$2.
But, oh, that's not... Like, honestly...
The issue, as mentioned in my last Denims video, is that the bans Twitch could give you are ineffective. Casey has gotten banned for copyright issues, but it's usually just been for one single day, essentially a slap on the wrist. On June 26, 2023, she was banned for watching the movie Total Recall on stream in full, with the message, "Content from this channel has been removed at the request of the copyright holder," being put on her page. Her only response was to say she'd do it again, without actually mentioning why she got banned. She was banned again on May 2nd, 2024 for a similar reason, though she downplays it to her audience.
I was banned for my offline channel. I have my offline channel. You guys know Green Groves Dairy Farms. But I was not banned for anything.
Why does that sound like an off-brand Kiwi Farms? Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Against Asmongold. Like, he was the one who basically told his viewers to harass me live on stream. Like, honestly, I should go back and find the clip of him doing it and report him for that.
If you actually look at
Well, why don't you? Could it be because he didn't actually do that?
the email on screen, it says she was banned from making a new Twitch account to rebroadcast copyrighted work. She does this because she's a lazy sack of shit who can't entertain people by herself. She's not doing the Twitch booby streamer bit anymore, so she acts like a content curator, while presenting herself as a safe space for the gays and queers to hang out. And I won't dog on her for that last part. Here on the Rob's Media channel, we're very accepting of the gays, fat people, trans people, the mega autists, and even gross, smelly addicts like Casey. A big reason why she's so lazy is, of course, due to her weed addiction. She's not your typical stoner. She's the annoying type of weed smoker who uses it like a crutch to excuse their shitty life choices. Think of people like Bo Blacks and Eden is Online.
It says that I display 3 of 11 symptoms of marijuana dependency. Having 2 of these 11 symptoms may indicate marijuana use disorder according to the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders.
Whenever this gets...
I would love to see evidence of that diagnosis. Censored, obviously, but it would actually be a very good evidence to show that you are not just an addict trying to justify your next hit. At the very least, Kaceytron isn't pissing me off as much as Denims did, but that is a very low bar, I'm gonna have to admit.
Brought up, she likes telling the sob story about the abuse her mother went through, which is a tactic she uses to further excuse her shitty behavior. In this tweet from 2 years ago, she mentions it to explain why she has anxiety, and then says all this mumbo jumbo. Weed was there for me when I felt like nothing else could help me. It gave me relief, and it brought me happiness that was really hard to find at the time. I know I've let my addiction go a bit far.
That is
These days, I smoke
kind of
cigarettes.
depressing.
I'm working on cutting back to a more moderate amount, but I will never put the pipe down.
Not the story, but the fact that she even has to write it.
Yeah, she's totally mentally sound, guys. Sure, she's stoned out of her mind a lot, but it's not like she's doing it while driving.
Yes, I have smoked a little bit of weed, but I know whenever I've had too much, believe me. I know when I've had too much. Like, I'm just saying. And I have been there. I have been there where I've had too much. No, like, I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Moments before disaster.
Needs to clear out their roads. Kaceytron is going to turn it into a game of bumper cars. She's going to be zooted out of her mind, crashing into other vehicles, and then blame.
Oh, God. I know I feel like she's gonna comment on how funny the animals from Madagascar are.
Blame it on those damn incels. Her constant, drug-induced state is a big reason why her reactions are so non-existent. She just sits there, pondering to herself, letting the content play in full while asking, "What's going on? This is so hard to follow." And of course, the most infamous example of that is her reaction to content new Kassan Piker.
Here we go.
YouTuber Ethan Klein released this video back in January, going after Hassan for his extreme political stances and his terrible responses to criticism. Casey obviously wanted to shit on this video, so she could continue getting into the good graces of Hassan's orbit. However, as you'd expect, she barely reacted to the video at all, instead taking massive bong rips while showing verbal confusion.
Abort is the symbol of the capitalist excess.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
When she does comment,
Well, maybe don't get
she's quick to
high.
mention that she knows next to nothing about geopolitics, which is what Ethan's video is primarily about.
I know enough to know that there's like he's pointing out inconsistencies, and then I don't know. Like, this is just my other thoughts. Like I said, as somebody who has no idea about like world politics, geopolitical politics, or anything like that, you know, but like sure, like a lot of Jewish people went to Israel as a refugee state or whatever, and they created this kind of like state for themselves, right?
She even mentions watching the video.
Yeah. Like I said. Current politics are rife with grifters. He is one of them.
Again, alongside her rotund bestie, Mike from PA.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I can't wait until somebody like Mike is able to watch this and like go through and make all of his like points, because I don't know if this is, I don't know. You guys, we might have to watch this twice because we might have to watch Mike's analysis too. I just had to message like
unionization rates, a lighter for.
I just had to message Mike and be like, Mike, you gotta go live tomorrow just to react to this. I'm just, I want to watch Mike Fronta's analysis of it. I feel like so many of the people like on the left are going to react to it and completely like, you know, dismantle all of Ethan's talking points anyway, like Denims is doing. I'm sure Mike is gonna go live and do the same thing probably tomorrow. And then, you know, like, I feel like by the time Hassan comes back, he won't even really see a point in doing it.
The biggest reaction you'll get from her is when she laughs off the compilation of all her Twitch friends making death threats, and then gets quickly offended when Ethan mocks Mike's weight.
Like, we would have socialism now at this point.
I'm like all my friends.
Socialism at this point. If someone just went out of their way.
There's some clips of all my friends from Twitch.
It would be so easy.
Thing that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story, did receive a 3-day ban.
That's the same, like...
On a fellow
that's the same,
he's getting a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his...
That's a Photoshop picture, by the way. The Destiny cult photoshopped this picture of me and Mike, where they made us look like fat. And it's like, girl, did you really have to do all that? Like, I don't think you did, but okay, psychopath. I just think it's funny. He's using Destiny screenshots.
Yeah, that's not photoshopped. This is the photoshopped version she's talking about, and here's the photo from Ethan's video. Honestly, I don't know why a Destiny fan even had to photoshop that. These images look almost the same regardless. Months after this reaction, Ethan would announce that he's suing Kaceytron for copyright infringement. He specified this wasn't just due to how lazy her reaction was, but because she promoted the stream as a market replacement. She turned it into a watch party with the sole intent to steal views from Ethan.
First of all, let me just say I'm going to watch this. I know it's an hour and 40 minutes long, and I know some of you guys aren't into the drama, but I'm part of the Twitch circuit. You know, this is what I do, and I know a lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. So we're gonna watch it.
Ethan noted that she spent more time inhaling weed than commenting on what she's watching. A truly impressive feat, I must say.
At one point, Kaceytron is so wasted that she states, quote, "What is happening? I'm trying to follow, but I've lost the plot." To give you an idea, the majority of her commentary comes down to this.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the hell
you
is
kids
going
love anime,
on?
right?
He's read more.
Ethan's also suing Denims and Frogan, as they made similar statements, admitting they want to act as a replacement for the original video. Casey would delete her reaction to the content nuke, and has not given any good arguments for why her reaction is transformative, instead playing victim while struggling to raise money for her legal fees. And personally, I have no sympathy for her. She's well aware that she's been breaking copyright for years, and has always tanked the few bans she does get for it. I mean, she's actually played Taylor Swift concert footage. She's practically begging for it. I bet the lawsuits will be good for her health too, as it'll force her to spend less money on weed. That's just as much of a problem for her, since she was high off her ass in the first response stream to Ethan.
Just because I didn't react to his stupid video, he had to make up that I did and put a video of me smoking weed over his stupid video to get attention. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck about your video. Like, I don't know, I don't recall reacting to it. I don't believe that I reacted to it.
That is a terrible defense.
Remember, I don't know. I may have been under the influence, but I do not recall reacting to it.
Your Honor, my client doesn't remember stealing the old woman's purse. She was high off her ass before driving away from the crime scene. Clearly that means she's innocent. I would love to be a fly on the wall of this court case. Just the faces of the jury after hearing her brilliant defense. Much of Casey's first response stream is just personal attacks, going after Ethan's wife by calling her an ugly cunt.
Oh... This no good motherfucker and his ugly ass wife. Fucking cunt. God.
Clear projection on her part. I mean, she looks like Hagrid's half-brother, Grop. That's a Halloween costume idea for her and Mike. After backlash from H3 fans, she'd apologize days later.
That's why she hates me so much. She goes on phone.
Well, that's more than what iDubbbz did, so progress?
Boy. No, like I did say, like I apologize for saying that he was ugly. Like she is a pretty woman. Like I said, I don't agree with her fashion choices, but maybe it's like, I don't know, like maybe it's not for me to get. But I do stand by saying that I think that she's ugly on the inside. Like, I think that she's mean. I think that she's mean. I'm not mean. I'm not. I'm a nice girl.
Kaceytron would sober up after the lawsuit was announced, clarifying that she's not playing a character, she's being herself, as she has been for the last several years.
A lot of people were acting like I was very inebriated and under the influence yesterday, and I'm just like, this is what I'm like, not high. And I honestly hardly see the difference. Like, I just act this way. A lot of people were questioning my character and saying that I was putting on an act, and I don't know, like, this is just the way that I act. Like, so I thought that I would be sober for at least the first 10 minutes or something, so that people could just see, like, this is how I act, like, high or not. This is just, this is real, this is me, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now.
During this stream,
she sings better than most high people do.
As fair use. Her arguments are as retarded as you'd expect, as she gets deeply offended after being described as unintelligent.
Kaceytron is not known for her intellectual acumen or analytical prowess. What? That is hearsay. That is slander.
It's not slander if it's true, Casey.
Like what? I'm not? I am. No, like I dispute that. No, like I think that I'm very smart. I do. Like, I'm not educated, but that doesn't mean I'm not smart. Like, I think that that's
You're not that either.
Like, what? Just because I'm not educated, I'm not smart? That's not true. That's ableist. I'm a smart woman. I have a lot of wisdom. And I'll say it. I'll say it.
No, you don't.
And like, I am smarter than Hassan.
As much as I loathe Hassan, he's objectively smarter than this drug-addicted dunce. Even if she's being sarcastic here, it's not going to help her case. It will only divert more negative attention towards herself. ChatGPT even tells her that. And yep, she's asking AI for legal help. It tells her to stop responding publicly, which...
Oh yeah, because that totally worked for Mama Max. That was sarcasm in case none of you detected that.
she ignores.
Wait, it says do not respond publicly where? Get a lawyer. Do not respond publicly. Anything you say publicly or even jokes on stream can be used against you? For what? What?
She didn't take Mr. ChatGPT's advice, continuing to run her mouth about Ethan and the lawsuit to this very day. It's only given Ethan more fodder to use against her, and motivated her past enemies to make content mocking her downfall.
Yeah, I just got served today. What happened is my dad answered the door and somebody made him take these papers or whatever. A few minutes later, the next thing I know, my dad comes in and he's like fucking crying. You know, it's really fucking traumatic to see your dad cry like that. You know, like that's what really like has me like so freaked out, is seeing like how emotional my dad got about it. You know, like, and I know people are gonna be fucking making fun of me for this, and like they're gonna be posting like videos of me like crying and laughing at it and whatnot, you know, like, I don't know, like I'm sure like what you guys are watching right now, like every fucking incel community that's been attacking me relentlessly for like the past 10 years is going to use it for YouTube clips because they literally make careers out of bullying women like me. And I'm just so fucking tired. I'm just so fucking tired of constantly being harassed by this shit, you know? Like, for the past 3 or 4 months, I've really...
Bitch, you got here by bullying a freaking dude. Give me that shit.
just been like, I just want to focus on myself and I want to focus on my community. I want to focus on being funny. I want to be one of those people who's just a breath of fresh air, you know, somebody who people can watch to escape and get away from it all.
Kaceytron will continue trying to bait sympathy, as it's her only real course of action from this point forward. She expects people to feel bad for her, as if she hasn't spent years demonizing those who simply criticize her actions.
I'm being attacked by like fucking incel YouTubers that make content for incel men to make fun and laugh at women going through traumatic things. You know, like I'm being attacked by like fucking the quartering incel channels that I've never even fucking heard of. The fucking rape reviewer, Nicholas DeOrio, or what the fuck ever. You know, Asmongold's community, Tectone's community is now claiming that Tectone is going to sue me for defamation. You know, it's like I have been through a lot. You know, like I have been through a lot, and I do think I'm a strong person, but somebody can only fucking take so much. You know what I mean?
If, for example, Asmongold was being sued for copyright, do you really think Casey would feel bad for him? No, not at all. She'd laugh at him, just like he's currently laughing at her. She keeps burning all these bridges, and then wonders why nobody outside Hassan's orbit wants to back her up. She burned a bridge with the Minecraft community.
I don't even think Hassan's orbit is even backing her up either.
And even the Twitch aristocracy as a whole.
I just get so fucking annoyed seeing these streamers play Twitch politics. You know, it's not about like their morals or having like a strong moral compass. It's about, okay, which fan base do I appeal to the most? Well, I don't want to piss off this fan base because I could get some of those fans, but I could care less about them. They don't like me anyway. Well, I'm gonna side. You know what I mean? It's just.
Oh,
like,
that's fucking hilarious.
Fuck that shit.
Yet now, she regrets doing this, seeing that she's almost out of options.
I feel like I probably would have gotten much farther than I have thus far had I done more picking sides, because they love that. You know, those streamers at the top, they fucking love having their, you know, like faithful, like influencer friend, like, but I've never fucking played that shit and I never fucking will. And if I ever do, please call me on it. Like,
now that she's a part of the Hassan crowd, she'll attempt to parrot the same talking points, hoping to God that some of those viewers come watch her. Of course, they haven't, as even on a good day, she'll get like 400 viewers. Now for a smaller streamer starting out, those are good numbers. But for someone like Casey who's been doing this for over a decade, it's fucking terrible, resulting in her doing outlandish publicity stunts that only make her seem deluded and unhinged. Here she is at a public park, using dark magic to ward off the advances of Ethan Klein and his fan base full of 30-something millennial women.
What I'm about to do now, and this is really important that I do this.
At least she's appealing to the TikTok crowd.
On myself against Ethan Klein. I'm going to be summoning protective energies to try to just keep me safe during this time. Protect us from Ethan Klein. Protect us from his wife. Protect us from that bald man, Dan. Protect us from Epstein. Protect us from Diddy Dan. Protect us from AB. Protect us from Olivia. Protect us from the H3 podcast and all of the affiliates. We need your protection, goddess. Shimanana, Shananina, Lalabana, Balalasa. Help us. Shiminanana.
I can only imagine the reaction of those walking by, seeing this grown-ass woman doing hocus-pocus magic to save herself from the lawsuit. Your Honor, my client has enacted a protection spell against the plaintiff. This means she is immune from all charges. In fact, you now owe her money, Mr. Klein. She also requires a snake skull, an eye of newt, and your soul. Do so, or she'll hex away the effects of your Ozempic binges. 2 days after being served the lawsuit, Casey and her longtime boyfriend decided to get married, shopping for rings at Walmart, and getting eloped within the store's Subway restaurant.
Well, wait, are we supposed to hear?
Okay, I'll put yours on you.
Right? I love you, baby. I can get through anything with this man. I'm crying a little. I can get through anything with this man. We may not be rich in money, but we are so rich in love. We have so much love for each other, so much love around us. And I just love you so much. I do.
Damn, they went all out with this. Though they should have had the Subway cashier be the wedding officiant. I now pronounce you man and wife. Also, ma'am, your $5 footlong is ready for you at the counter.
Oh, man, that would have been funny.
To our hotel and do the consummation. It'll be on our OnlyFans.
Unironically.
You'll have to follow us on OnlyFans for that.
Bitch, ain't nobody gonna see that shit. Except for maybe Denims. She's a complete degenerate. All the recent drama involving Kaceytron is continuous. It's a cycle that will keep repeating, until she realizes nobody cares about her anymore. It starts with her talking shit about another content creator unprompted. Then, when she gets shit back, she acts like a crybaby and never admits fault. She rants about it on Twitter and calls her haters incels. And then when the drama is brought up later, she'll downplay it or not even mention why she got hate in the first place. In recent tweets, she never mentions why she's getting sued. She just tries demonizing Ethan. And there are things to criticize him for, but her attacks are weak and unfocused. In this tweet, she once again trauma dumps about her life, subtly comparing the abuse her mother went through to the financial losses she'll suffer from the lawsuit. The thought of losing it all because of one man's ego is extremely difficult to comprehend. I've carried many burdens in life, but never one where the suffering feels so pointless. Ethan Klein is gleefully exposing me to hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees, as many of his fans and onlookers claim I deserve to lose everything I own and be homeless, because I'm an awful person. Yeah, I'm sorry. Just because you struggled in life doesn't give you an excuse to be an unlikable asshole. A wise woman once said, you can be a victim of childhood abuse/trauma and still be an asshole as an adult. They aren't mutually exclusive. Infantilizing women and victimizing them to protect them from accountability isn't feminism. You want to know who said that? Casey's friend, Anissa. But obviously, Casey won't take this advice. She's allergic to being consistent. Casey will complain about death threats and harassment, as if her friends don't do the same shit constantly. She'll bring up the fact that she got doxxed, yet platforms a known doxer who happens to agree with her politically. She'll whine about financial abuse, while asking for her opponents to get banned over petty disagreements. It's all for Hassan's attention, which she'll desperately need, since there's no way she'll be able to pay off these legal fees. Though I bet Hassan is disgusted by her because of that one time she sniffed his farts.
Did you see Casey sniffing your sheets? Bro, where are these clips coming from, dude? Kaceytron finally takes her chance to sniff Hassan's sheets.
There's definitely the scent. It's like
Dude.
just try to like inhale it.
Can't believe I'm saying this, but Hassan seriously didn't deserve that.
And before I go to sleep,
I don't, Justin, I don't blame her, to be honest. Dude. No Pixel changed a lot since you left. Be honest, you fart on those sheets? Ew, dude. I think you want to know that for your own weird sexual purposes, but the answer is yes. Of course I farted on those sheets. I literally slept in that bed. So yeah, of course I farted.
So yeah, that was the Rob's Media's video on Kaceytron, and yeah, I don't feel angry about her downfall as much as I feel depressed. So already a step up from Denims.